Namaste. Welcome to session 3 of the Avinashi Patthu learning series. Today we are concluding the last 4-5 verses of Avinashi Patthu. First, we will revise what we have learned so far.
பற்றாத பொய்கை வளநாடு கண்டு மலை மேலிருந்த குமரா உற்றார் எனக்கு ஒரு பேருமில்லை உமையாள் தனக்கு மதனே முத்தாடை தந்து அடியேனையாடும் முருகேசன் என்ற அரசே விட்டாரமாக மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே ஆலாலமுண்டோன் மகனாகி வந்து அடியார் தமக்கும் உதவி ஆலூரலுண்டு கனிவாய் திறந்து பயனஞ்செழுத்தை மரவே மாலானவள்ளி தனை நாடி வந்து வடிவாகி நின்ற குமரா மேலான வெற்றி மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்ற அருகே.
For the sake of those who joined today, I will just tell the basic premise of this entire song. Avinashi Patthu is Muruga should come before us. So the last two lines are Melana Vitri Mayil Meedileri Varavenum Yendran Aruge. Climbing on top of your peacock, come before me, Muruga. Okay, Rajiji, you came to Subramani Bhujagam, you'll remember Mayura Adhiruva. That is the principle here. Okay. Lord Muruga, appear before me. We don't know Kritantasya Duteshu Chandeshu Kopat. At the time of our death, when there is nobody else with us, at that time you must appear before me and save me. That is the whole premise of the entire song. Okay, appear before me. Every word ends with those words, so that you will have the bhava when you are singing it.
திருவாசல் தோறும் அருள் வேதமோத சிவனஞ்செழுத்தை மரவே முருகேசரென்று அறியார் தமக்கு முதலாகி நின்ற குமரா குருநாத சுவாமி புரமாதிநாதர் குமரேசர் என்ற பொருளே மறவாமல் வெற்றி மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே குதிரன் திரண்டு பனீரலுண்டு குருவாசல் தேடி வருமுன் ரவி போல் எழுந்த திருமேனிநாத கடை வீடு தந்தும் அருந்தாய் முதிரன் சிறந்த வயல் வீடு செங்கை வடிவேல் எடுத்த குமரா எதிராய் நடந்து மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே மன்னாடு மீசன் மகனாரையுந்தன் மலை வீடு தந்தும் வருவார் கண்டூரல் பாயும் வயலூறு செங்கை வடிவேல் எடுத்த குமரா நன்றாக வந்து அடியேனையாண்டு நல்வீடு தந்த குகனே கொண்டாடி வெற்றி மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்பன் அருகே நீலன் சிறந்த புறமாது வள்ளி நின் பாகம் வைத்த குமரா காலன் எழுந்து வெகு பூசை செய்து பயிரும் எடுத்து வரும் முன் வேலும் பிடித்து அடியார் தமக்கு வீரருடனே கால பரிந்து மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே தலை கட்ட நூலின் நிழல் போல நின்று தடுமாறி நொன்று அடியே நிலை கெட்டு யாரும் புவி மீதில் நின்று நெடுமூச்செறிய விதியோ அலை தொட்ட சிந்தை வடுவே கடம்பா அடியேனையாடும் முருகா மலையேறி மேவு மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் எங்கள் கருகே வந்து பூவில் மதுவூரில் பாயும் வயலூரில் செங்கை வடிவே கண்டொன்று சொல்லி திரிவார்கள் வாசல் கடனொன்று கேட்க விதியோ வண்டூரு பூவி விதழ் மேவும் வள்ளி தெய்வானை புகழ்ந்த வேளா நன்றென்று சொல்லி மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் எங்கள் அருகே விடதூதரோடி வரும்போது உம்மை வெகுவாக நம்பினேனே புறமாது வள்ளி இடமாக வைத்து மயிலேறி வந்த குமரா இடமாக சோலை மலை மீதில் வாடும் திருமால் தமக்கு மருகா வடமான பழனி வடிவேல் நாதா வரவேணும் எங்கள் அருகே.
We've seen till here. Only the chanting of 9th we have seen. We have not seen the meaning of 9th verse. So let's go into the meaning of the 9th verse. Vidadudar odi varumbodhu. Vidan refers to Yama. Vidaduta, Yamas, Dutas. Okay. When the Yamas, Dutas odi varumbodhu, what do? They come rushing to take the Atma from the body. Okay, they come rushing. When they come rushing, at that time, the Yamakinkaras, when they come rushing to take me away, then Ummai Veguvaga Nambinene, I believe in you only. Okay, so the person whom I have my belief on is only you. Okay, I am not looking elsewhere. I'm not looking at Shudra Devatas. I'm not looking at material benefits. I'm not looking at anything. I am looking only at you. Unnai nambinen means what? I'm not asking you for promotion, money. I'm not asking you for material happiness. Okay, all I'm asking for is you. Unnai nambinen means I want you to be there. Okay, so this kind of surrender, there are different levels of surrender, right? There is a transactional surrender where I say all my needs are met by you, so I surrender to you. I am a child, you take care of me. That is also valid. And then there is the higher level, complete surrender, where there is complete faith that Murugan will come before us. Complete faith. Okay, there is no doubt in our minds. With that feeling, when we surrender, it is a complete surrender. There is no ego left. There is no sense of I am this person. I am surrendering to you also left. Okay, so that feeling of I itself is not there. So that kind of surrender, when I surrender to you, Veguvaga Nambinene means that only. So I have surrendered to you completely to take care of me. Okay, so there is a Tiruvagupta. I have made a note of it. Let me see. Over the last few days, because of Vaikasi Vishakam, I have been reading a lot of Tirupugal. So in that, there is this whole set of work called Tiruvagupta. Tiruvagupta is like, verses on Muruga. They are much longer than Tirupugal verses. Tirupugal verses are 8, 10, 12 lines. Tiruvagupta is like literally a treatise on Muruga. Today, we were singing the Palani Vaguppu. I loved it. It is totally Palani Vaguppu is the 12th Vaguppu. That only says, the concept of the sloka only it says, or of this part only it says. What does it say, Varavenume Murugesane, Varavenume Murugesane. The whole thing, every paragraph will end with those verses, and it will talk about different situations where Muruga has to come. So it very nicely mirrors Avinashi Patthu. But the one that I was talking about regarding complete surrender is the 5th Vaguppu, that is called Peritta Vasana Vaguppu. In that, there is a very nice statement. Let me look at the 9th verse. Nilaitha adiyavar malaithala adukeda nivarthiyura anubhavikku nidiyamum. Peritta vasaname arumugavan peritta vasaname. It is your promise. It is your peritta vasanam means what? It is your vow. What is the vow that you have taken? Nilaitha adiyavar malaithal adukeda. Nilaitha adiyavar means what? Firm. Okay, firm devotees like us. For us, malaitha adiyavar, if they get any problems, if they have any issues, anything in life, what is the firm promise that you have given? Nivarthiyura anubhavikka nidiyamum. This is our Rama's verse. Sakradeva prapannaya tavasmiti yachi. If you go in front of me once only, I will take complete care of you. Like that, Muruga's verse is this. What does he say? Nilaitha adiyavar malaithal adukeda nivarthiyura anubhavikka nidiyamum. You are the treasure house from which all our problems get solved. You have promised to take care of us. With that promise, we surrender to you completely, because your word is like that. Okay, if I fall at your feet, you will take complete care of me. That belief I completely have. So this comes in the 5th Vaguppu, which is Peritta Vasana Vaguppu. Peritta Vasanam itself means what? Bhagavan's declaration. What is his vasanam? What is his declaration? He says, I will protect my devotee if he surrenders to me from any distress, any problem. I will be his solution. Okay, so the point here, therefore, is Veguvaga Nambinen. So we must have that kind of firm belief. Right? It should not be a questioning belief. It should not be a conditional belief. It should not be a transactional belief. Absolute belief will lead to absolute results. Correct? So Veguvaga Nambinen means exactly that. Okay. Then what is the next line? Puramada Valli Idamaga Vaithu. Now, those who know Tamil, tell me what is the word for left?
Idam. Idam.
Idama?
Valam.
Huh?
Valam.
Valam is
Valam
is right.
Valam is left. Idam is right. Correct. Mahan solradhu right. Valadu pakkam, ivadu pakkam. That's how we say.
Yes, I remember Valam means left because.
Valam muri. Valam shuri. Solluvolla.
Different slurs used for Valam.
1 minute. It is like 1 minute. This word vada and ilam, by the way, it is like a savyetara karam. Remember Savya Itara, Savya left and solvo. In Soundaralari, what do we say? Savya can mean left or right. Similarly, Vada Ida. So what Bhuvana Bhagini and Shamlaji and I don't know who else told, that is also right, by the way. But in classical literature, like what Mahan said is right. So Vada is left, but here Idamaga Vaithu. Even that day in class I told Idathla irukka paru. See, she's on the left, I told. But because in common parlance, Idada means left. Valada means right. Correct. But here it can be used interchangeably, just like the word Savya in Sanskrit. Savya, Savyetara, we say, no. So that way. So what Mahan says here applies. So when he says Kuramada Valli Idamaga Vaithu, the word Idam should not be taken as left, because she is on the left and the word expected to be used as Valada. So the word Idam should be taken to mean, what is the other meaning of Idam?
place.
Exactly. So what is Muruga's place? His devotee. Valli, we saw in the first shloka only, no? Valli's path is what? She calls him and he comes. So where is Muruga? With his devotee. That is why wherever there are Asara Sangam, one word will come in the next few shlokas, next few verses. Every time I say shlokas, I'm not used to teaching Tamil verses. So in the next few verses it will come. Asara Sangam Arulvai. That time we will discuss where the devotee is, Muruga is. Okay. So Puramada Valli, if you take Idam to mean left also, you can take the meaning as literally as she is on the left side of Muruga. But if you take the word Idam to mean Sthana, Muruga's Sthana is the devotee. Okay. Mayileri Vanda Kumara, Idamaga Vaitu Mayileri Vanda Kumara. When she called you, you climbed on the mount, the peacock, and came before her. In the same way, who is now calling you? I am calling you. Who is she? Your Parama devotee. Who am I? Your devotee. I am calling you. So come before me. Understood? So that is why. Mayileri Vanda Kumara. Varavenum Yendradarage. That way we should link. Tidamaga Cholai, Malai Meedil Vadum, Tirumal Tamakku Kumara. Tidamaga means what? Very prosperous, well-to-do Cholai. Now Cholai, tell me which Cholai are we referring to?
Paramudir Cholai.
Paramudir Cholai. See, look at every one of Muruga's places. Parani, Vayalur, filled with fields. Paramudir Cholai filled with lot of beautiful Cholai, meadows. Okay, so Tidamaga Cholai, Malai Meedil Vadu. In that Paramudir Cholai, you live on top of the mountain. Tirumal Tamakku Maruga. Tirumal refers to Lord Vishnu. You are the nephew of Lord Vishnu. It is said that Valli and Devasena, I told this in the previous class also, but I'm still repeating. Valli and Devasena were said to be the daughters of Lord Vishnu. Okay, they had done tapasya, be born as daughters of Lord Vishnu, and to be married to Muruga Perumal. Okay, so they are in essence one and the same. Okay, pure embodiment of Jnana Shakti is Muruga. Okay, pure embodiment of Ichha Shakti is Valli Amma. Devasena is pure embodiment of Kriya Shakti. Okay, so the three in total represents the Shakti and they carry the veil, Shakti veil, which says action. The three Shaktis translate into one pointed action leading to good results. So if you look at the Tattva behind Muruga, this is a Tattva. Okay, so now here, Vadamana Parani Vadivel Nata. Vadamana. Vada refers to, one meaning of Vada is good, one meaning of Vada is north. Okay, so there are no commentaries to Avinashi Patthu. So only based on my Alpa Jnana, I'm sharing something little that I know. Vadamana therefore could be taken as very good Parani, well prosperous Parani, or it can be taken as Vada Parani. Okay, because that was a famous sthala even in 1950s, right? So Vadamana or 1900, early 1900s. Vadamana Parani, Vadivel Nada. Oh, one holding the Vadivel. Okay, Varavenam Endran Aruge. Please come before me. That is the meaning. Till here, everyone's following me. Any questions? Can I move to the next shloka? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. 1 minute. Omkara Shakti Umaipal Puditha Ubadesa Muraita Varane Vanatil. Oh, I speak slowly, sorry. Omkara Shakti Umaipal Puditha Omkara Shakti Umaipal Puditha Upadesa Varane Upadesa Muraita Varane Pungavanatil Idalmevum Valli Bhujamidirunda Guhane Angara Sura Padaiveeda Sora Angara Sura Padaiveeda Sora Vadivel Vidutha Bhupa. In Tamil, in English, it is reversed P-U-B-A. It is actually Bhupa, reverse. B-U-P-A. It is auto-translate. Okay. I'll again tell it. Angara Sura Padaiveeda Sora Angara Sura Padaiveeda Sora Vadivel Vidutha Bhupa, Bhupa, Bhupati, Sanskrit king, Bhupa. Bhupalayati iti Bhupaha. Okay, in Sanskrit, that's how the Vigraha comes. In Tamil word, Bhupa means king only. Vadivel viditha Bhupa, Pangana vetri, Pangana vetri, Mayil meedileri, Mayil meedileri, வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே. Any of you learning to sing this or just chanting? How are you all doing? Everyone singing it? Okay, then go to YouTube and listen to Maghendran Balakrishnan. His singing of this, though, beautiful. This particular verse, he goes up. ஓங்கார சக்தி உமைபால் குடித்து உபதேசம் உரைத்த வரனே பூங்காவனத்தில் இதழ்மேவும் வள்ளி புஜமீதிருந்த குஹனே ஆங்கார சூரர் படை வீடு சோர வடிவேல் விடுத்த பூபா பாங்கான வெற்றி மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் தருகே. Like this, he goes full high pitch. It will be so powerful when he sings it. Do hear it. Okay. So now let's chant this in our tune only slowly. ஓங்கார சக்தி உமைபால் குடித்து உபதேசமுரைத்த பரமே பூங்காவனத்தில் இதழ்மேவும் வள்ளி புஜமீதிருந்த குஹனே ஆங்கார சூரர் படை வீடு சோர வடிவேல் விடுத்த பூபா பாங்கான வெற்றி மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே. So let's see the meaning. Chanting is clear, no? Any doubts? Okay. So now this is a very, very powerful verse. Okay. This has the essence of why he is the embodiment of Jnana. Okay. So, Omkara Shakti உமைபால் குடித்து உபதேசம் உரைத்த பரணே. Okay, so here there are three people in the chain. First is Shakti. What is she described as? Omkara Shakti. And what is her name? Uma. I hope everyone in this class at least has watched the video on what is the significance of Uma. I don't have to tell you, it is Devi Pranava. Okay, Devi Pranava, Uma, Akara, Ukara, Makara, Ukara coming first because Ukara is the act of preservation and Ambal's job is to protect her children. So, Uma. And what is on the other side? Omkara. This is Shiva's Omkara, Shiva Shakti coming together. There, so Omkara Shakti Umaipal. Now, when Uma Devi gives milk to Muruga, she gives from both her stanas. One stana is Shiva, one stana is Shakti, no? So when he drinks milk, he takes the essence of Devi Pranava, he takes the essence of Shiva Pranava. As he drinks it, what does he get? Your Jnana. Because he has understood, he has understood the Tattva of Omkara completely from both facets. Okay, so having drunk it, Umaipal Kudit, having drunk it, Upadesam Uraita Bharane, you gave Upadesha. All of you know the story of Swami Malai. Correct? What happened there before? What happened before Swami Malai? One day when Lord Brahma visited, I have told this in Subramanya class. This is only 2-3 of you have come to the class. I quickly repeat the story. Subramanya, one day in Kailash, Lord Brahma came. Okay, he wanted to talk to Lord Shiva regarding something. Meanwhile, you know who's the gatekeeper? Nandi. Nandi said Shiva is busy, come later. Meanwhile, Muruga went and asked him, what do you want? Can I help you? Brahma talked to him a little rudely saying, you're a small child, what do you need? I want to talk to your father only. And he said, before you have to talk to my father, do you know what you're trying to do? He said, yeah, I know what I'm trying to do. I'm the creator. I'm trying to create the world. And he said, okay, what do you use for creation? What does he use for creation?
Om.
Vedas. First Veda. That is why he's Veda Murti. He uses the Vedas. He says, okay, Vedas. Vedas are vast. What is the tattva? What is the main principle that you use for creation? Like Mahan said, Omkara. Brahma very nicely rattled out the word Omkara, saying, yeah, I use Om for creation. I use Vedas for creation. Then he said, Muruga said, tell me the essence of what is Omkara. What does it stand for? Okay, in our class also we have seen, what does Akara stand for, Ukara stand for, Makara stand for. He wants some explanation from Brahma. Brahma, on the other hand, could not get into the detail that Muruga wanted. Our detail and all is nothing, zero only. Brahma's detail was not enough to satisfy Lord Muruga. So what did he do? He imprisoned Brahma. That is when the last class story came about. When he imprisoned Brahma, what did Muruga do? On being requested by Indra, he decided to take up the job of the creator and started writing Brahmalipi on everybody's head. Brahmalipi illa Murugalipi. What was that Murugalipi? You will be a devotee of Muruga, you will be a devotee of Muruga. He's written in our heads and sent us off to earth. Okay, so he sent us all off with the Murugalipi. Then what happened? Lord Shiva came out of his whatever work he was doing inside and said, what are you up to? Why are you sitting and imprisoning one of my trinity? How can you do such things? You know, when your child acts up a little bit, you will likely, what do you think of yourself? What are you doing? Then he said, no, he was not able to explain to me adequately the meaning of the word Om, meaning of the pranava, Appa, he took. Then Shiva said, as if you know, child, how do you know? Then, this thing I didn't tell in this in class, so it's a worthwhile telling. Let me look up the source again. There is a Muthukumara Swami Pillai Tamil. Pillai Tamil are verses written on various gods. Okay, Meenakshi Pillai Tamil. I told this before, I think in Meenakshi Panchatam, I don't remember. Muthukumara Swami Pillai Tamil is written to Lord Muruga in the form of a small child. Okay, different parts, sections will be there. Each section describes Muruga. In that, there is a Parvam called Sengai Parvam. Sengai means what? Red hands. Parvam means what chapter? One chapter or section called Sengai Parvam. In this, it was written by Kumara Gurupara. Kumara Gurupara is a famous devotee of Muruga. We've released a video called Bhakta Vilasa. All the important devotees of Muruga have been mentioned in that. One of the devotees of Muruga is Kumara Gurupara. Okay, he has written this Muthukumara Swami Pillai Tamil. In this, there is a mention that as his father was giving the explanation of the Pranava Mantra to Ambal. Both of them, now many tantric texts came out like this, like Rudra Yamala and all that. They came out as a part of conversation between Shiva and Parvati. So during one of such conversation, before Muruga was embodied in the form of a bee called Shili Mukha, hidden in the curls of Parvati Devi's tresses, he heard the entire explanation. Okay, so again the symbolism of the bee and knowledge see. The bee seeks nectar of knowledge. The bee of Muruga, Shili Mukha, sought the nectar of knowledge coming out of his father's mouth. So, Omkara Shakti, Umai Pal Kudittu could also mean the little drinking of milk. It could also mean the giving of Jnana Upadesha by his father himself. So, that is also Kudikir, what we hear through the ears also is, in sensory input is also food. Right? Music is food for the soul, we say, no? This is Jnana coming through the ears. So, Muruga has internalized. So, he told his father, when you were giving Upadesha to my mother on the essence of Pranava, I listened, hidden as a bee, Shili Mukha, in her presses, and thereby I knew the meaning. And so, Shiva then said, okay, did you really hear it properly? What could a bee have heard? How much would be the intellect of a bee? Tell me this, what exactly you heard. You explain to me the essence. If your explanation satisfies me, then I will agree with what you have done. Then you know what Muruga did. Normally, what would children do? If you say you really know this answer, tell the answer. Tell the answer. What will the child do? Child will quickly tell the answer. But this Lord Muruga, not an ordinary child. So what did he tell his father? If you want to get knowledge from me, you're my student, I am your guru. Okay, so please behave like a student. So what did his father do? Like this, hands folded under. That's how, this is the iconic sculpture you see in Swami Malay, where Lord Muruga is the guru for his father. That is why Swami, Swami means what? There is, in fact, Kanchi Periva in his Soundra Lahari commentaries, in his Devatam says that Muruga is the only god who goes by the name Swami. Deva Senapati Suraha Swami Gajanukhalja. Okay, Swami means what? Lord. Supreme Lord. He is a Swami. Swami, one who rules. Okay, so he is a Swami. He gave Upadesha to his father. Okay, so he became Bhupa. He is the ruler who gave Upadesha to his father. Upadesha Uraita Bharane. Okay, then Poongavanathil, I hope the meaning of this particular section is clear. Okay, then Poongavanathil idar mevum valli bhujameedirunda guhane. Poongavanam means what? A beautiful meadow or a garden filled with lot of flowers. Idar mevum valli. There, idar mevum valli na one who is playing in those gardens. She's frolicking in the gardens. Okay, bhujameedirunda Kuhane. You took the support of her bhuja. You rested your head on her bhuja or your hand. That is not specified. Which body part is not specified. But you rested on her bhuja, on her shoulders. Okay. So this shows the proximity between Bhagavan and his devotees. Okay. Literally, he is by our side constantly. Okay. So bhujameedirinda guhane. Ankara Surar, Padai Vida Sura, Badivel Viditha Bhupa. Okay, Ankara Surarna are the wicked asuras. Ankara means filled with ego. Ankara. Okay, filled with ahambhava. Sura here refers to asura. Okay, not to devas. Sura Padma we say no. So here the suras refer to the asuras. To the asuras who are filled with ahankara, Padai Sora, you took your troops. Okay, Lord Muruga's troops are called Padai no armory houses. Okay, Padai Sora, you took your troops from your armory houses, from your Arupadai Veeda. Vadivel Viditta Bhuba, you unleashed your Vadivel on them as the mighty ruler, thereby getting rid of everyone who tormented the Devas and who did not follow Dharma. Okay, so this was your victorious, valiant act. Pangana Vetri. This valiance, this valor, this Pangana means unsurpassed. Okay, unsurpassed victory of yours. Symbolizing the unsurpassed victory of yours is your Mail, is your peacock. On that peacock, please climb and come before me. Okay, so this is to say what? When I am in trouble, none of my troubles matter in front of your greatness. My troubles are all very small. You have faced mighty, wicked asuras. Those people are, gave you a tough fight maybe. But my problems, they're very small in comparison. You can easily handle them. So come on your victorious mile in front of me. That is the meaning of the 10th verse. Going forward,
ஆராறு மாறு வயதான போது ஆராறு மாது வயதான போது அடியே நினைத்தபடியார் அடியே நினைத்தபடியார் வேறேது சிந்தை நினையாமலுந்தன் வேறேது சிந்தை நினையாமலுந்தன் ஆசார சங்கம் அருள்வாய் ஆசார சங்கம் அருள்வாய் அசுரேசர் போல யமதூதர் என்னை அசுரேசர் போல யமதூதர் என்னை தொட்டோடு கட்ட வருமுன் தொட்டோடு கட்ட வருமுன் மாறாது தோகை மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே மாறாது தோகை மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே
my voice is not okay. I think from morning I've been singing non-stop, so it's bad only now.
ஆராறு மாறு வயதான போது அடியே நினைத்தபடியா வேறேது சிந்தை நினையாமலுந்தன் ஆசார சங்கம் அருள்வார் அசுரேசர் போல யமதூதர் என்னை தொட்டோட கட்ட வருமுன் மாறாது தோகை மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவே என்றன் அருகே. மாறாத தூகை மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேண்டும் என்றன் அருகே. ஆறாறு மாறு வயதான போது. Two ways we can take the meaning. ஆறு ஆறு. 6 plus 6. How much? 12. Okay. At the age of 6, I was introduced to your Shadakshara. What is 6? Shadakshara. What is the Shadakshara? Sharavana Bhava. At 6, I heard it. From 6, I have been telling it. At 12, at 12, I understood something of it. I understood that you were my Durga. Nobody except you is there for me. So from the time we say, no, at 12, we get some kind of intelligence, some kind of understanding of the world around us. At 6, you're a small child. You only listen to what your parents tell. At 12, you're very close to being a teenager. So what do? Mahant is the one closest to 12 in this class, maybe Divina. What do you feel in 12? You feel more independent, no?
Divi is 12, ma'am.
Who?
Divi is 12, ma'am.
Divi is 12. See, Divi, now see, before you were a small child, at the age of 6, show the camera to him.
Come in.
Divi, come into the camera. Tell me, at 12, you feel you're a little more independent than you were at 6, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, in what way are you more independent? When you tell some shloka, do you tell it because you want to tell it or because somebody asks you to tell it?
I feel more independent because now I feel like when I was younger, whenever I got to know something new, it will go in through 1 year and come out the other year. But now it will go in through 1 year and stay lodged in my mind to the point where it can't come out.
Excellent. That's why I like teaching 12-year-olds, because what is going into your mind stays in your mind. Now I'm very happy. See, everyone's clapping for you also. Very good. Okay. So this is why exactly the meaning of this verse is that only. At 6, Sharavana Bhava went in. Somehow that stayed, but meaning went out. But at the age of 12, the meaning also went in and stayed. So now Divi is hearing it. He will know what is Muruga's greatness. So he learned Subramanya Vijagam also. I'm sure he remembers the meaning little at least. So it will all come back to him. So Arar Mare Vayadana Podu. From that age, I have been thinking of you. See, this is why now we must catch children down. Just because they have board exams, we should not stop their spiritual education. Because if we do that, what happens is they lose an anchor. They need an anchor. And this is an anchor. It is something that will give them, it will make life so stress-free. And I can tell it from personal example of both my kids. Because my son learned Vishnu Samam only when he was in 10th grade. My daughter, throughout her 10th grade, came to Soundaralahari class. Now in 11th and 12th, she's on and off, but she still hears it. And she keeps learning. And the more we are into this, the more happy and less stressed our children are, honestly. So it should not just stop at the age of 12. Unfortunately, in our country, it has become like that. At the age of 12, any kind of shloka classes and all stop. My child has become very big now. So I have to focus on IT coaching and other things. It becomes like that. So anyway, so if you catch them young, it will stay with them all their lives. So what is the Bhakta praying here? It has stayed with me all my life. Another way you can take it is from the age of 6, I was thinking, now I become very old. Okay, I have become very infirm. I'm not able to think of you like I was able to do earlier. Adults will say, no, at the age of 10 or 12, I was able to memorize so well. At the age of in my 30s and 40s, I'm finding it difficult to memorize. You will all tell, no? That is also a myth. That is also a myth. Please don't fall for it. Okay, but it is our own lack of confidence that makes us tell like that. The more we open ourselves to doing it, the more we habituate ourselves to doing it, it will work. I'm a standing example for that also. It works. Okay, not just me. I know other people also, not just me. Okay, you can say, your memory may be different from another person's memory. But I know people, like look at so many people from Soundaralahari class, you yourself know. Radha Bhagini. She memorizes. Yes or no? And she claimed she didn't know Sanskrit before she started learning it some 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Okay, so there are people, everyone can do it. So here, what is the Bhakta praying? I am not able to do much. Okay, I become old. But I listened to you. I thought of you when I was small. No. So now what you should do for me, he's telling, see, he's not saying just because I thought of you, you must give me XYZ. No, he's saying, just because I thought of you, Achara Sangam Arulva, you must give me Satsanga of your devotees. Why? Only he kept us his idam, no. Where does he stay? He stays with his devotees. So where there is a Satsanga of Muruga devotees, Muruga is present there. So Achara Sangam Arulva, constantly give me that company. It is like, I don't know how many of you went to Mahakumbh this year. If you went, if you stood in place X, all you had to do was stand and move left and right leg. Before you know it, you would be in the water. You would not have had to do any major special effort apart from keeping left and right leg in front of you. Water would have reached. Why? That whole Sangha of devotees are going like on river, like how a river courses to the sea, the pilgrims were coursing towards the river. Correct? In the sea, all you had to do was be in their company. Once you were in their company, you went only to where you had to go. Same way, if you are in the company of Muruga devotees, you will reach Muruga because they are all reaching Muruga. They will take you along. You just have to go. And if you feel, oh, why am I eligible for this? Am I even qualified to be in that kind of a company? How will I even? I'm such a, I'm not deserving. Whatever. If you think like that, then immediately you should think of whom, one example. Anybody knows? One Muruga devotee who will say, I'm an example of non-devotee, not a devotee. Who is he? Wow. I think nobody is able to immediately get his name.
Arunagirinathar.
Arunagirinathar, Tiruppugal padingo. Every 3-4 lines, the first part will be about his lack of eligibility to be a devotee. He'll say, all these XYZ bad things I did. So many bad things I did. This is what, not to just keep confessing. Every Tiruppugal is not a confession. The purpose of it is to give us hope. Oh, I did a sin. Oh, he also did a sin. But where is he? With Muruga. Where will I be? With Muruga. To give us hope. Okay, so Achara Sangam, the purpose of Satsanga, we know Bhajagovindam also. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam. Then what happens? Nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve Jivan Mukti. So from Satsanga only, up to Jivan Mukti, it will lead you to. Correct? So, take the blessing. Give me the blessing of Achara Sangha. Asuresar pola Yamadudar ennai tottodu katta varamun. Adukku immediately think of Dhachindi Bindi. Kritantasya duteshu chandeshu kopa Dhachindi Bindi iti mam tarjayatsu. When they come and trouble me, how are they? They are called Asuresar pola Yamadudar. The Yamadutas are compared to Asuras. Asuras do adharma. Yamadutas are doing adharma because they are touching a Muruga devotee. That is why they are called Asuresha. Understood? If you even touch a Muruga devotee, you are doing adharma. This is how Muruga will come and talk to Yama on his behalf, on the devotee's behalf. So, Asuresha pola Yabadudar yedni, tottodu kattavarumun. When they are coming to take me away, tottodu kattavarumun means what? The pasha they are coming to bind me. Okay, the noose they'll carry, no? With that pasha of the noose, they are coming to bind me. Before that, Maradi togai magindi. Togai means with lot of feathers. Beautiful feathers. But what does Marada mean? How is a toga usually? It will keep changing. Toga, the feathers of the peacock will keep changing. If you see in the light, sometimes it will look blue, sometimes green, sometimes golden, sometimes it will lift up and dance, sometimes it will be half mast, sometimes it will be fully down like a tail. Correct? It is always Marun togai. But how does the devotee want the male togai to be? Marada togai. What does that mean? Intent on coming to the devotee's rescue. So the togai has only one job, to serve as a rudder, to bring the ship of Muruga to the devotee's presence. Okay, the togai is not for attracting rain or dancing or attracting a mate or anything like that. Togai's job is to bring Muruga. So like the stick shift, gear shift. He'll say, the gear 4 like that. Marada togai. Position the togai in such a way that you will come to me. You understand? When you want to go somewhere fast, you'll say the gear should not be in all these places. Put it at 4 and go. Okay. Or if it's an automatic, the gear will automatically go to 4. But the point is, you say, put the gear and come. Same way. Show the position the toge in such a way that it doesn't change away from my direction. Bring it to me. Bring the mile to me without change of intent. That's the meaning. Is it clear? Did I go too fast? Next. A bit of water. கையார உன்னை தொழுதேத்த மனது கையார உன்னை தொழுதேத்த மனது கபடேதும் சற்றும் அறியே கபடேது சற்றும் அறியே ஐயா உனக்கு ஆளாகும் போது ஐயா உனக்கு ஆளாகும் போது அடியார் தமக்கு எளியே யார் தமக்கு எளியே பொய்யான காயம் அறவே ஒடுங்க பொய்யான காயம் அறவே ஒடுங்க உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன் உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன் வையாளியாக மயில் மீதிலேறி வையாளியாக மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என்றன் அருகே. Together. Any doubts in the chanting? Rekha ji, if you have any doubts, stop now only ask me because I forget to reply to the messages only. Clear, ah?
Few letters in the English version, ma'am.
I will read it slowly. Kayyara unnai toludetha manadu is correct.
Yes,
Toludetha manadu. R, not z. R. Toludetha manadu. Kabadedu சற்றும் அறியேன் ஐயா உனக்கு ஆளாகும் போது அடியார் தமக்கு எளியேன்
எளியேன் மேம்
எளியேன் எளியேன் சர்வெட் எளியேன் பொய்யான காயம் அறவே ஒடுங்க don't bother about the GK and all ஒடுங்க GA ஒடுங்க உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன் வையாளியாக மயில் மீதிலேறி வையாளியாக மயில் மீதிலேறி வர வேண்டும் என்றனருக்கு. ஓகே,
எஸ், thank you.
Sing it once more. கையார உன்னை தொழுதேத்த மனது கபடேது சற்றும் அறியே ஐயா உனக்கு நாளாகும் போது அடியார் தமக்கு எளியே பொய்யான காயம் அறவே ஒடுங்க உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன் வையாளியாக மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவே அருகே. meaning கையார உன்னை தொழுதேத்த மனது கபடேதும் சற்றும் அறியேன் கையார with my hands கையார உன்னை you தொழுதேத்த மனது this mind தொழுது ஏத்த having board and worship. So with my hands, my mind, with my body, hey, I have worshipped you. In Soundarya also we saw, see. To worship means, Namaha means what? Kayena, Manasa, Vacha. Body, mind, words. Same thing here. Kayyara unnai tuludetta manadu. With words he is now singing. I have also bowed to you with my hands, with body, and with my mind. Okay. Kabade the Satrum Ariyen. I do not know any, what do you call it? Hypocrisy. I do not know to be hypocritical. If I say I want your help, I mean I want your help. Okay, I'm not telling this to you and then, telling others bad things about you. I'm very clear in my behavior, one pointed focus. I only go and worship you. Okay, this should bring to mind the verse from Subramanya Bhajan. Who remembers? Illa, not Bhajanam. About concentrated thinking of Lord Muruga. Aha, yaar pe na bolya. दृशिस्कन्दमूर्ति श्रुतौ स्कन्दकीर्ति मुखे मे पवित्रं सदा तच्चरित्रम् करे तस्य कृत्यं वपुस्तस्य भृत्यं गुहे सन्तुलीना ममाशेष भावाः. What does it mean? Rishi Skandamurti. I will see only Skandamurti. What does it mean? If I see anybody, I will see only Muruga there. Day by Muruga's place, because Vaigasi Vishakam, it has been like that. From morning I see only Muruga. So wherever I see Muruga. Shrutau Skanda Kirti. Ears will only hear Muruga's words, Muruga's names, Muruga's praises. Whatever you hear, you're hearing only Muruga's name. Okay. Shrutau Skanda Kirti. Mukhe me pavitram sada taccharitram. We are all blessed today that in our lips Muruga's words and Muruga's stories and Muruga's thoughts are coming out. So Mukhe, like this, every day it will be like this. Mukhe taccharitram, Mukhe taccharitram, Mukhe me pavitram sada taccharitram. It will all, the purifying charitra of Muruga will always come from my lips. Kare tasya krityam. Whatever work I do is Muruga's work. It does not mean I only sit and string flowers in Muruga temple and do Muruga seva. Whatever work I do is Muruga seva. Kare, if I study my maths for my maths exam also, it is Muruga's work. Kare tasya krityam. Correct? The video will be off by Mahant when I want to tell him this point. Kare tasya krityam. Okay, whatever work you do, whatever exam you study for, whom are you studying for? Muruga. You're doing whose work? Muruga's. Okay. Kare tasya krityam. Vapus tasya bhrityam. Whatever action I do as a servant of Muruga. Vapus tasya bhrityam. Guhe santulina mamashishvaha. In bhavaha. My feelings are all merged in Lord Muruga. Whether it is anger, whether it is sorrow, whether it is greed, whether it is jealousy, whatever it is, I keep offering at his feet. So, Guhe Santulina. In Guha, everything gets absorbed. He is like the touchstone. In this one, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, we have this stone, which is capable of changing everything into gold. We have a real stone in our midst. We have Muruga. You keep offering all your bad qualities, you keep offering your bad vasanas, you keep offering your anger, your greed, your sorrow. What will you get back? Only gold from him. Okay. So this Asesha Bhavaha means all my bhavas, all my emotions, all my deeds, good, bad, are all offered to him. Okay. So here it is Kapade the Satru Mariyan. This is the meaning of not being a hypocrite. Hypocrite, even in Bhagavad Gita it will come. Vidyaparampara uchyate. One who pretends as if he is controlling his sense organs, but still dwells nicely in the world and keeps thinking of sense objects, is a hypocrite. Bhagavan will say in Bhagavad Gita. Correct? Here also, when we are saying, I am not a hypocrite, when I am saying I am not a hypocrite, what I mean is, in everything I will see Muruga only, I will not see anything else. To see anything else is to be hypocritical. Okay, that way my mind, thoughts, therefore, deeds, body, and words. Okay, my tongue. All three are in complete unison. That means no hypocrisy. If one is doing something else and the other two are doing something else, there is incongruence. That is called hypocrisy. Okay. Ayya unakku aalagumbodhu adiyar tamakkum yeliyel. This, I don't know, for some reason, this is one of my most favorite lines. Ayya unakku aalagum. I really don't know why. Probably it will change someday. But Ayya unakku aalagumbodhu. Because I have surrendered myself at your feet, Adiyar tamakkum eliyen. Anyone who is your devotee, I am a servant of that devotee. Okay, so anyone who sings the praises of Muruga, I follow their feet. What we should think of one important Devaram. Yarku theriyo? தெரியுமா சொல்லு. Anybody knows?
Could you repeat the question again?
It's a classic question. What is the Devaram which talks about being a devotee of Lord Shiva's devotee?
Bhakta Kannappa?
Yeah, Solita. Pad, pad.
I don't know.
Who said? Sorry, this somebody.
Joshika Markandeya.
Markandeya. Pad, the first line pad. Tillai vaazhandhanar thamadiyaar kumadiye. That is the song. Go to the Isha Yoga YouTube channel. They have a beautiful Isha music as a beautiful rendition of this particular song. Okay, what does it mean? Tillai vaazhandhanar thamadiyaar kumadiye. Sundaramurti Nayanar, when he comes to see Lord Shiva, okay, sees a law in Chidambaram temple. He sees Tillai means Chidambaram. Okay, he comes to see Lord Shiva. Lot of devotees of Lord Shiva are there in the outside precincts of the temple. But he is in a hurry to see Lord Shiva. So he rushes in to see Lord Shiva and falls at his feet. Shiva says, why have you come here? He says, why? I always come here. He said, you did not notice my devotees outside, so you have no business being here. Go. So what does Sundaramurti Nayanar do? Goes outside. In the outside Krishna temple, he names each and every person present there and says, why only these Nayanmars? All the Nayanmars' names are present in this Padikam. Okay, by Sundaramurti Nayanar. Tillai vaazhandhanar thamadiyaarkum adiyen is the first line of the Padikam. Okay, adla all the 63 Nayanmars' names are mentioned. And he makes one blanket statement. Meaning one who lives in Chidambaram Appa, who comes to your temple and goes before you, I am a devotee of that person also, he says. Okay, why I brought out the Devaram reference here was because Ayya unakku aalagumbodhu adiyar tamakkum adiyen. The line means that what pleases Muruga, just like his father, is not just lip service and saying, I am a devotee of Muruga. Muruga needs nothing from us. We need him. So if we do service to mankind, it is service to God. Okay. And if we do service to people who are on the path of Muruga, then we are more blessed because Muruga is happy with that. Lord Muruga does not need us to sing Tirupugal. Lord Muruga does not need us to come to his temple. We need to sing Tirupugal. We need to go to temple. We need to do good things for our sake, not for his sake. So what can please him best? If we do something good for somebody who needs it, we are doing his work. Really, we are doing his work. Correct? So he is happy. He is happy with us. Okay. பொய்யான காயம் அறவே ஒடுங்க உயிர் கொண்டு போக வரும். This காயம், this body is anyway false. பொய்யான காயம். This body is false. பொய்யான காயம் அறவே ஒடுங்க. When the sense organs and everything fails, ஒடுங்க means comes to leena, comes to quietude. Okay, when the body and the sense organs and the limbs, everything comes to quietude, then uyir kondu poga varum. Before my atma leaves. See, the problem is only in this body, with this atma, I was able to use my prana shakti, use my mind to worship you. Once I leave this body, I don't have an instrument. The body is an instrument. I don't have an instrument to worship you. So you, I know, will come and take the Atma and keep with you, because I know you will take me and keep with you, so that I don't have to worry. Okay, it is not my problem anymore. Here, there is again a very interesting small anecdote. All of you may be aware of Kripananda Varya, right? He has given countless discourses on Muruga. Correct? In one of the satsangas that he had, a girl approached him and asked, in the next shloka also it will come. I don't remember what was my previous janma, will come in the next shloka. Okay, maybe it's relevant there, but I'll still tell it here. So she asked Varyarji, what is your previous janma? Do you remember? Okay, did you think you sang Tirupugal in your previous janma? I'm sure you have so much of knowledge of Muruga. You must have been, fully in the path of Muruga. That is why you have come now and you're speaking so much of Tirupugal and you're giving so many discourses and all. Then he told that girl laughingly, I can guarantee you, I did not sing Tirupugal in my previous birth. She said, you don't know what is in your previous birth. How do you know that you did not sing Tirupugal? Because if I had sung Tripura, I would not have had another Janma. Okay. So if you take to his path, there is no coming back for you. That is what he says here. Poyanakayam arabe odunga. Before this false body goes, before my Atma is taken away, Vayaliyaga Magil Meedileri. Vayali does not refer to the Yali or the mythical beast. Vayali refers to a fast horse. Like a fast horse, your peacock. Here again an example. I don't know what is the technical word in Tamil for Rupaka Alankara, but in Sanskrit I would have called it a Rupaka Alankara. What it means is the horse equal to peacock. Okay, there is
Metaphor. Basically metaphor.
நான் சன்ஸ்கிருத் இன்னும் ப்ரிசைஸா சொல்றேன். இங்கிலீஷ்ல மெட்டஃபர் இஸ் எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம்லி இம்பிரிசைஸ். Rupaka Alankara is loosely translated as metaphor. Without there are two kinds of metaphors in Sanskrit. Rupaka, Upama. Rupaka does not have indicator words like Iva, Nibha and all. Okay, Upama has those words. So when I'm saying Rupaka, what I mean,
Upama is kind of like a simile.
No, then you have the words as black as a crow. See, don't even try to fit Sanskrit into an English box. It will not work. With great difficulty, I translate words in Sanskrit and try to share it. And then also I am stuck by the impreciseness of the translation. Okay, Rupaka is, that's why I'm saying Rupaka. Tamil, there will be a precise name for it. Those who know Tamil poetry will know, I'm sure. Maybe your mother will know. See, Rupaka basically means there is a comparison without using a comparative word. Word indicating comparison. There is a comparison. There's a compared, the two compared objects are there. But there is no Iva, Niba, those kind of words are not there. So here what I'm trying to say is, Vayaliyaga Magil Meedileri. Your peacock like, your horse like peacock. On the horse like peacock, you must come before me. Okay. That is the meaning. Next. Today, I think I will be overshooting time by maybe 5 minutes. I'll try not to. Difficult. ஏதேது ஜன்மம் எடுத்தேனோ முந்தி ஏதேது ஜன்மம் எடுத்தேனோ முந்தி இந்த பிறப்பில்லறியே இந்த பிறப்பிலறியே மாதா பிதா நீ மாயன் தனக்கு மாதா பிதா நீ மாயன் தனக்கு மருதா குரத்தி கடவா மருதா குரத்தி கடவா காதோடு கண்ணை இருளாக மூடி காதோடு கண்ணை இருளாக மூடி உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன் உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன் வாதாடி நின்று மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் அருகே எனக்கு வாதாடி நின்று மயில் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் எங்கள் அருகே. Together. Yede, Rekha's with Rajni, now you followed. Any word you want repeated?
Followed.
Wonderful. Yededu janmam, sorry. Yededu janmam, எடுத்தேனோ முந்தி இந்த பிறப்பில்லறியே மாதா பிதா நீ மாயன் தனக்கு மருகா குரத்தி கணவா காது கணவா கணவா ஹஸ்பண்ட் கணவாதான் சொல்றேன். காதோடு கண்ணை இருளாக மூடி உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன் வாதாடி நின்று மகிழ் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என் அருகே எனக்கு வாதாடி நின்று மகிழ் மீதிலேறி வரவேணும் என் அருகே. This is probably one of the most emotional verses. ஏதேது ஜன்மம் எடுத்தேனோ முந்தி இந்த பிறப்பில் அறியேன். Whatever I have done so far, I don't know. I don't know which all janmas I have taken. I could have been a dog, I could have been an amoeba, I could have been a bacteria, I could have been a tree. Even worse, I could have been a horrible sinner. But because I came into your fold, maybe I didn't do too many sins. Maybe I just did one or two. Maybe I did something good to have come in your fold. But I don't know what all I have done. Correct? Nobody knows what they have done. But here, what is the Bhakta acknowledging? I don't know what I have done. So what is the meaning of that? Because of whatever I have done in the past, I am suffering now from various things. I can't even say it is because of my actions in this birth. It could have been. See, so many times, these things that happen to us make us question God's existence, especially for those whose faith is weak. For those whose faith is weak, what do we say? Oh, I'm suffering. This God has made me suffer. Very nicely, we will blame God. Karma, we are put in various situations because of karma. What appears bad, difficult, and what is causing suffering may actually be needed for us at that point of time. We don't know. For example, I'll give a simple example. When the child is a 3-month baby, the mother takes it heartlessly to the clinic where a vaccination is put. And the child cries its heart out saying, my mother is so bad, my doctor is so bad, these people are so bad, they're making me suffer. Why did we do it? All of us did it for our children. We did it for the good of our children. When we go through these troubles and suffering, we must think we are being vaccinated. Something is being injected. Something is being done. Maybe Vairagya, maybe Bhakti, maybe Shraddha, maybe some lesson is being taught. Because why are we even there? Our existence has a purpose. Correct? Whatever is the purpose, it definitely is to become better. How will we become better? Sometimes through suffering, sometimes through happiness. Correct? Both teach us lessons. So whenever bad things happen, we must not question why did it happen. Nothing happens without a reason. Nothing is senseless. But when it happens, what must we do? One, have faith in Bhagavan, that he will give us the strength to deal with it. Second thing that we must do is, okay, this has happened now, what can I learn from it? We may not be ready to ask the second question. It will take us maybe many janmas to ask the second question. But at least the first point we can do, have faith. Keep the faith, because faith is what will keep you sane. Otherwise, you have no rudder, no way to keep yourself centered. Correct? So here he says, I do not know what I have done. So many cases, life. So he is not asking for Muruga for a pain-free life. He is not asking for cessation of all problems. Only Mukti will give you cessation of all problems. Correct? Problems, parcel of life. So they will keep coming. Just like joys are also parcel of life. Correct? They also come. It's not like our existence is completely joyless. Correct? There are joys, there are sorrows. Some sorrows are very, very, very strong. They affect us very, very deeply. When they affect us deeply, one thing that even if we don't ask ourselves, what can I learn? One thing that we must do is keep the faith. If this is happening to me, it is happening for a reason. And another thing, have the confidence in yourself. Bhagavan will not give you something that you cannot bear. He will not break you. If you have faith, especially, you will know you will not be broken. In Japanese culture, there is the art of kintsugi. I don't know how to pronounce it. If there is a broken thing, they take gold and fill the broken crack to make the object more beautiful. What do we do? Diwali spring cleaning, all the broken objects get dumped in the garbage. Japanese people value broken things. Put good, of course, ceramics, beautiful things, and they make it into a whole object and to a better object than what it was before. If we have the same attitude towards our sorrows and say, we are cracked but not broken, and the crack has been forged with gold. Who's the gold? Durga is the gold. Amban is the gold. I am forged with gold. Then automatically, we develop an appreciation for our own ability to withstand our sorrows. We must actually give ourselves a big pat on the back and say, yes, you're bearing it. You're dealing with a great job. Instead of breaking and complaining, we must say that we are doing a good job of bearing with whatever suffering is coming our way. And why? It is because of Bhagavan. It is He who has given us the strength to bear it. So that faith we must have. So the lines here mean, Yede janmam edutteno mundi indak piravil ariyen. So I don't know why I'm going through this suffering. Who are you? Mata Pita Ni Mayan Tanakku Maruga. You are my mother and father. If you are my mother and father, okay, who is your uncle? Mayan. Who is that? Vishnu. Vishnu Maya. Huh? So, who am I? Grandson of Vishnu. Because your uncle is Lord Vishnu. And what is his name? Mayan. The one who causes Maya to unfold. Okay. So, you are so well connected. Okay. Remove that veil of Maya. Mayan, because of that, if you remove the veil of Maya, when I get Jnana, I won't have sufferings anymore. Correct? So, Mayan Tanakku Maruga. Kuratti Kanava. Maruga Kuratti Kanava. Okay. Maruga Kuratti Kanava. You are the husband of Valli. Again, to show us how a bhakta should be. Be like Valli. Call him, he will come to you. Just call him. Don't test him and call him. Remember, in Bhagavad Gita also there is a shloka, no? When you want to ask him a question and you want an answer, the way you ask him is not to test him. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashtena sevyat. He is the Guru. Approach him with respect. Tadvidhi, humility. Pranipatena, with respect. Go before him. Pariprashtena sevyat. Ask him questions in the right way. Sevyat, serve him. Upadekshanti te jnanam. They will then give you the truth. Muruga will reveal the truth to you if you approach him in the right way. Approach him properly. Call him like Valli did. He will come to you. காதோடு கண்ணை இருளாக மூடி உயிர் கொண்டு போக வருமுன். காதோடு கண்ணை இருளாக மூடி. See, the eyes and the ears, when they go away, a person literally becomes a vegetable. So before the eyes and the ears completely go away, irulaga moodi, before they embrace darkness, irulaga, irul means darkness. Irulaga moodi means before it is covered with darkness. Uyir kondu poga varumun, before the Atma is taken away, Uyir is taken away by Yamadutas. Padadi nindru mayil veedileri, come be my advocate. Devotee is saying, come before me on your mayil and ask Yama, hey, whom are you touching? You know who he is? He's my devotee. Take him. Don't take him. He is mine. So say this to Yamadutas and take me away. Vadadi nindru mayil veedileri varavenum entra arike. So here it is an order. The devotee is ordering Lord Muruga, appear before me and argue for my case. Okay, so that is the reason. Why?
Why is he ordering?
The devotee is ordering because of the use of the verb vadadi. Come and argue for me, he said.
Okay, but why is he ordering?
He's
How
ordering
did he get anything out of ordering?
because he's his devotee. He will get it. Just like he keeps coming for Valli, he kept coming for Valli. Same way
But she asked, she did not order.
when you order also, he will come. After so much of bhakti, after so much of surrender, when you ask, he will come. When you order also, he will come. He will not forsake you. It is like when you ask your mother for something, you don't ask very politely always, no. You won't say, oh, please, give me food, I'm hungry. Correct? And there's a mother say, oh, without a please, the kitchen will not open. If you talk like that, your children will go hungry only. You have to feed your children, the children have to ask you for food. It's purely transactional. Give the thing which they need fast. Same way Muruga also. They ask you, give what they want fast. Okay, that's the meaning of this particular verse. It's very moving verse. Okay, so with this we close the explanation of Avinashi Patthu.